So, very good morning, everyone. Today is July 29th, 2025, and I just opened my YouTube studio and I found this message. Review an issue. My video from yesterday was censored. They didn't give me a strike because it's my first time, so they gave me a warning. But the warning was because this video is the video that has been going viral in every single platform. That includes here YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the Marxist and the most leftist social medias have this video viral. And but they censor me. Of course, I have only 4 followers, and I tend to tell the truth, and they hate that. The system hates people that is truthful. That's just I expose the system. I expose their garbage. I expose all their dirt. So of course they have to censor me. Eventually, I know they're gonna censor my channel again, and they're gonna take it down. They have canceled 3 of my channels already, only for saying the truth. This is the video that showed the couple in Cincinnati that got beaten almost to death. And well, as you can see here, here's an example of how your content didn't follow community guidelines, but make sure you follow all policies. They show me there, etc., etc. I'm not gonna read that now. So it says that it's a violent or graphic content policy. Yes, it's very graphic, and yeah, it's very violent, but it's the truth. And if we don't expose it, if we don't show it, how is people gonna be able to know about it? But of course, you don't see those on CNN, on MSNBC, on PBS, I guess, because Marxists love following the community guidelines, and well, they don't show the truth. That's the whole thing here. They don't show the truth. They don't tell you the truth. They tell you what is convenient for the deep state, what is convenient for the big companies, what is convenient for the people with money that is actually controlling your life, the way you think, the way you eat, the way you do everything. They want to control even the way you think and what you listen to and what you hear, what you see, what you feel. They want to control everything. They are telling me here that, well, yeah, of course, my show got my video got taken down for exposing the truth. This is just ridiculously unbelievable. Because this is your first time, this is just a warning. Okay, look at this. This is just a warning. You can still upload, post, and live stream. If this happens again, your channel will get a strike and you won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream for 1 week. This content can be viewed on YouTube. Well, YouTube simply doesn't want the truth to be seen in their platform. I guess I'm gonna have to open my channel also in on Rumble, just like Russell Brand did. You know what? I'm gonna open it today. I'm gonna open my Rumble account today. I'm done with this stupidity of the Marxist YouTube. And sooner or later, I know they're gonna take this channel down. I would love you if you guys share and follow this, at least for the while that is gonna last. And follow me on my other social medias. You're gonna find me on X. You're gonna find me on Instagram as Salty Chatterbox. On Instagram, you're gonna find me as Chatterbox Salty. And I'm not on Facebook because yeah, they canceled that channel too. So anyway, I'm just making this video to show you how they want to protect those in power, how they want to protect those of black skin, the black people. They want to protect black people. The idea is to destroy white people. The idea is to subdue white people. The idea is to create a war amongst people because of their skin color. And that continues, that goes on, and that's the narrative, that's the agenda, the Marxist agenda, that's the leftist agenda, which is worldwide. And sadly, YouTube, being such an important platform, has taken the wrong path, has taken the path of the convenience, the deep state path. And well, there's not much I can do. right? So let's see. Let's take action. Take a policy training. Take a policy training? So you want to train me on how to speak. Basically, that's what you're saying here. To have your warning expire in 90 days, you have the opinion to take a quick 7-question training. I'm not gonna take no fucking training. How it works, you can still decide to appeal later. To protect the community, your content will not be put back on YouTube. If you violate this policy again within 90 days, you'll get a strike. If you violate a different policy, you get another warning. So there's warning strikes on everything. You have to walk on eggshells when you post on on this garbage. This garbage of YouTube. If I appeal the decision, if you think we made a mistake, you can appeal. We'll take another look at your content. You can appeal anytime, even after taking the training. I'm not gonna take any fucking... Oh, you know what? Let's do something. Let's do this for the exercise only. Let's take the training. Let's see. Let's see how Marxist you have to be in order to keep your content on YouTube. 7 questions, 15 minutes. We want to create and share your content confidentially. In this training, you'll see scenarios related to the policy you violated. The policy I violated. You have unlimited attempts to get it right. Violent or graphic content. In your training, we'll focus on graphic violence. Violent or graphic content that's intended to shock or disgust viewers isn't allowed on YouTube. I'm not trying to shock or disgust anyone. I'm trying to expose the truth. That's what we are trying to do here. We may allow content that include violent or graphic content if the video has educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic context. That has an educational and documentary context. My video has that context. Documentary especially, because I'm trying to expose what the black people is doing to white people because of platforms like you, YouTube. Thanks to you is why this kind of thing is happening. Is why it's allowed, because you don't want to expose it so people doesn't know what is actually the truth, what is actually happening. And then what do? You just cancel my channel. That never happened, and it continues to happen, and it's just gonna get worse. These exceptions are in a past to promote violent or graphic content. Keep in mind that we might age restrict videos with violent or graphic content. This training includes scenarios that mention violent or graphic content, which could be upsetting or triggering to some people. Well, the left gets triggered only by saying men are men and women are women, so I don't give a fuck. Is this a violation? Let's say yes it is, no it isn't. A creator posted a video that he took at a boxing match between 2 champion fighters. How stupid can you be, YouTube? How stupid can you be? This is what makes people stupid. A creator posted a video that he took at a boxing match between 2 champion fighters. I say no, it isn't. How stupid can you be? Okay, let's say no, it isn't. Check. You're correct. Oh, estúpido, imbecile. Jimena posted an educational documentary about bicycle racing that shows a crash during a race. Her voiceover explains that this one is one of several severe accidents that happened during a 2021 mountain biking competition in France. Jimena narrates the start of the race and later shows the injured bicyclist's wounds, including a deep cut across his leg with lots of blood. The injuries are not blurred or obscure. Is this a violation? What could it be? It shouldn't, in a logical mind, it shouldn't be a violation, because actually she's showing, look, the cyclist had an accident and this was the consequence of his accident or of his action. He broke his leg or whatever. Let's say, no, it isn't, because it's the logical thing to do. Let's see. He's gonna tell me that I'm wrong. Oh, look at that. This example does not violate our policy because it provides basic facts to help the viewer understand what's happening on screen. This video identifies who's in the content, describes what the content shows, when and where it takes place, and explains why it's being shown. What a whole bunch of clowns. 3. Tabitha, those names. Post a video where a doctor treats a patient who has an infection. Tabitha explains the procedures as it happens, and the video shows the doctor removing a scab. Let's say it's not violent. It's not a violation. That's correct. This video does not violate the policy because the content shows a minor medical procedures that's not very graphic. But so what's very graphic to you? Who decides what is very graphic and what is not? The algorithm or the freaking liberal Marxist piece of garbage sitting and deciding what is accepted on YouTube and what not? Who decides what's very graphic and what not, huh? 4. Lily posts an image of someone covered in flames and screaming. Lily adds a text overlay that says terrible accident in China, but provides no additional basic facts about who was affected, what took place, when or why this incident occurred. Okay, I'm sure that this is a violation. They're gonna say this is a violation, but the person is explaining this is a terrible accident in China. My video didn't say it was a terrible accident in China. I was all the time talking about the video and showing how a mob of black people was beating the shit out of a white couple. Especially, they knocked unconscious a white woman. So that's my sin, let's say. That's my violence against the community guidelines, right? I guess. That I expose how a black mob beat the shit out of a white couple. That's the problem you have because they were black. Let's say, yes, it is. No, you know what? Let's say, no, it isn't. It's gonna say I'm wrong. See? That's not quite right. This example violates our policy because it features violent footage and only provides a few basic facts to help the viewer understand what's happening on the screen. Okay, so you want us to treat the viewers as retards. That's what you want. You have to explain, okay, listen, viewer, you are a retard, so I have to hold your hand and walk you all the way along the process so you understand. That's what you expect. You expect us to treat our viewers like retards. Understood. Be sure to identify who's in the context. Describe what the content shows, when and where it takes place, and explain why you're showing it. I explain all that. I explain why my content was being shown. Because we're trying to avoid white people getting killed. And that's what is happening. Black people is killing white people. How difficult it is to understand that. Okay, yeah. Got it. Yes. This example number 5. A creator post a clip that shows someone beating a stray dog. This wasn't a stray dog. This was a white couple. There are no basic facts in the video, such as where, when, or why the abuse occurred, or who was involved to help the viewer understand what happened. Okay, of course, is this a violation? It is. They're gonna say it is, but I'm gonna say no, it is not. So let's see what the answer is. This example violates our policy because it features animal abuse, not even people abuse. It's animal abuse and doesn't give any basic facts to help the viewer understand what's happening in the video itself. I gave a whole description of the video where I am showing a white couple being beaten almost to death by a black mob. So that that shouldn't be applied to my video. So let's try again. Yes, it is. Check. Yeah. So I explained during my video, I explained everything that was happening. So it doesn't apply to my video. Example 6. Anthony posts a failed compilation video that shows gory injuries from accidents around the world. The video shows a severe arm and a fractured leg with the bone sticking out. There are no basic facts provided about the incident, such as where, when, or why the accident occurred, or who was involved to help the viewer understand what happened. Again, you want us to treat our viewers like retard. My video didn't show any broken bone, didn't show any. No, it showed an unconscious woman bleeding from her mouth after being beaten by a black guy. That's what I was showing. So select all correct answers. This content violates the policy because it shows graphic injuries without providing any basic facts to help the viewer understand what's happening on screen. Yeah, okay. That one. This content doesn't violate the policy because it shows injuries as part of a failed compilation. This content doesn't violate the policy because it's not graphic enough. Let's check. Be sure to identify who's in the content, describe what the content shows, when and where it takes place, and explain why you're showing it. I explain absolutely everything. In my video, you say here, be sure to identify who's in the content. The white couple in Cincinnati that is viral in every social media was in the content. Describe what the content shows. I did. I explained exactly what happened. A big mob of black people was beating for no reason a white couple and left the wife unconscious on the floor. When and where it takes place, I said it. It was in Cincinnati after a jazz festival. And explain why you're showing it. Why? Why do you think why? I explain it because black people is killing white people. And they entitled to it because of platforms like YouTube. And because CNN, MSNBC, CBS, PBS, ABC, none of those fake medias show this is happening. Because it's not convenient for the narrative. Okay, also, in this example, the gory injuries aren't obscure. There was no gore in my video. For graphic imagery to stay on YouTube, the content must provide those basic facts to understand what's happening on screen, or the imagery must blur. It was everything explained. Last one. Dahlia posts a video where a surgeon prepares to operate on a person's spine. The doctor shows illustrated diagrams of the procedure and introduces herself to the patient. The video ends before the surgery began. This video doesn't violate the policy because the procedure involves spinal surgery, blah blah blah. This video doesn't violate the policy because the content is not intended to shock or disgust viewers. This video violates the policy because the content shows the patient on camera before the surgery. No. This video violates the policy because the content shows graphic illustrated diagrams. No. Okay, so here are the answers. Let's check. I'm sure it's good. You're almost there. Select all the correct answers to move forward. Answer 1 is correct. The spinal surgery, answer 2 is correct. A spinal surgery may be graphic. In this case, the video doesn't violate the policy because the illustrations of the surgery are not intended to shock or disgust viewers. So are you telling me that my video where I show a couple being beaten almost to death is what do you say? This case because the illustration of the surgery is not because my video is intended to shock or disgust viewers. So you think people doesn't get disgusted? I cannot watch a video of somebody getting a spinal surgery because I get disgusted, and I will change the video. I personally, and there's thousands of people who doesn't like to watch a surgery, explicit and graphic. Millions of people doesn't like it. Answer 2. The video shows an illustrated diagram of the surgery and provides additional details that are educational for viewers. What else do you want me to show? Educational for viewers on my video is that don't do that. You shouldn't beat people out in the street, and even more for no reason. That's the educational side of my video. What else do you expect? So let's see the other two that I missed. This video violates the policy because the content shows the patient on camera before their surgery. No. This video violates the policy because the content shows graphic illustrated diagram. Okay, so must be this one here. Try again. This is absolutely absurd. Going back to school because this marks is 1984 garbage. Verga. Okay, so it's everything then. Unbelievable. Okay. That. Select all the first is incorrect. Oh. This video doesn't violate the policy because the procedure involves spinal surgery, and that's not a graphic procedure. Are you out of your fucking mind, YouTube? You're saying that this video doesn't violate the policy because the procedure involves spinal surgery, and that's not a graphic procedure. It's not a graphic procedure when you put the camera on the open spine, on the open back of somebody. What more graphic than that can be? Are you serious, YouTube? Are you serious? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. 3 is incorrect, 4 is incorrect. Okay, so it says only the 2. This video doesn't violate the policy because the content, this is the reason here, the argument. This video doesn't violate the policy because the content is not intended to shock or disgust viewers. Okay, I say that my content is not intended to shock or disgust viewers. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna say about it? You're gonna say that I'm lying? Because they're showing a spine. There's nothing more explicit than an open surgery. There's nothing more explicit than that. So you are actually putting that argument over my video. I show the violence, explicit violence that we are living in the streets in North America, and you think that a explicit video of an open spinal surgery is not that graphic. How does that make sense? Please, can you make that make sense? Wow. The video shows an illustrated diagram of the surgery and provides additional details that are educational for viewers. It would be educational if you were a medicine student. But if you're a regular Joe, you don't want to watch that. And that would be disgusting. To me, that would be disgusting and uncomfortable. I would change it. For me personally, and like me, there's millions of people in the world. Nice work. You completed the training. Go fuck yourself. Your warning will expire on October 27th, 2025. If you violate the graphic content policy again before this warning expires, you'll get a strike. If you violate a different policy, you'll get another warning with the opportunity to take another training. YouTube, you are just... What have you become? I can't wait for the day that all this is going to be exposed, and maybe someone like, I don't know, Bongino, Dan Bongino, or Cash Patel and Trump send somebody to Silicon Valley and just dismantle YouTube. You have to be dismantled and just rebuild. With nobody that works in YouTube can keep working there. You're just Marxist, communist, liberal garbage, man. Unbelievable. What do I want to do? I'm gonna appeal. Take a police training, appeal the decision. Yep, I'm gonna appeal. So I'm gonna leave you guys here. I just wanted to show you how YouTube has become a Marxist platform that doesn't want the truth to be exposed. They decide what is violent, they decide what is inconvenient, they decide what is good and what is bad. They decide that they are God. So they decide over every single decision on our videos and our way of thinking. It's very clear. They want to decide what you eat, what you feel, what you think, what you hear, what you see, everything. They want to take all the decisions for you because they know better than you, because they think that you are not worth it. They think that you are not capable of doing smart decisions by yourself. So just don't fall for it. Fight back like I'm doing. Be sure that God is with you, Jesus Christ is with us. We are on the right side of history, and just history will speak. History in years will say how YouTube and all the platforms has protected the deep state. Eventually all this is going to come out, because in the scriptures it says there's nothing hidden between earth and heaven. There's nothing hidden. Everything will be exposed, and all you communists in control are going to fall. You are all going to fall. I promise you that. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. So I appeal. I'm appealing to this decision from YouTube. So I'm gonna read it out for you. I took your training, and clearly my video does not break community guidelines. During my whole video, I explained exactly what was happening, so the viewer could understand the danger in cities of North America nowadays, which is true. I cannot understand. Oh, sorry about that. cannot understand how a graphic spinal surgery, I'm making a difference here with between my video and stating the difference between my video and the example they proposed. So that's it. I cannot understand how a graphic spinal surgery is not taken as explicit content when there is open flesh, blood, pain, because there is. A white couple was beaten almost to death. I believe people must be aware of this and take precautions when going out at any time. My video attempts to open people's eyes to a cruel reality we are living in. You can't deny that. White people is being attacked by black people on the streets just for being white. That's called racism. And that should not be allowed anywhere in the world. That video has been viral in every platform, including YouTube, and it's true. So, cancel me because I have only 4 followers? Just because I'm not, let's say I'm not important, quote unquote? Just because of that, you cancel me. Just because you have power, you cancel me. That's what is happening. But no, I'm gonna fight back. I'm gonna submit my appeal here. Let's see what they say. We're reviewing your appeal. Thanks for your input. We'll send you an email when your review is done, generally within 72 hours. To check the status, go to your dashboard, blah, blah. It was not a violent video. It was for educational purposes, just to show people the hell that the streets of North America are becoming now for white people and Christians. And that's a fact. So, I'll leave you here, guys. As you see, look at that. I have only 4 followers. 4 followers only. And they blocked me. You should be ashamed, YouTube. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.